G'day guys. Those of you unaware, I'm Red Coat and starting decided to put out a video. I've been having a bit of success on a little bit of viewership over on Twitch and TikTok and them, so I thought I'd put out a video giving my 2 cents on a few things. As this being the first video, and probably in the next few I'll just include a premise of what we're doing, but first I just thought I would sit down, talk to you, tell you the goals of the channel and things like that I'm hoping we can work on together. And so I want to grow a gaming community less based around the competitive environment and more based around us all having a good time and supporting each other and just being here for just to make friends and play games. Not these sweaty, try-hard frickin' Apex and COD lobbies where we're loading in and getting our heads blown off because we don't have the 30 hours plus a week to put into practicing and getting better at a hobby. Instead, I want to talk about it from the perspective of a 27-year-old father of two who works his job and just plays some games in his spare time, and whether or not games are actually worthwhile. Sorry about that. I just smacked my mic, and I've made a couple attempts at this. I'm currently not the most out there person, so I'm really stepping out of my comfort zone. So I do apologize for any awkwardness and yeah, all that. But for now, I will be streaming Monday, Monday, Wednesday, and Sunday on Twitch, 8:30 Australian Eastern Standard Time. If you ever want to come catch me live, give me video ideas, give me feedback, I'm open to criticism, but within reason, obviously. Like, no need to point out the obvious. Of course, I'm an awkward guy. This is my first time trying to do anything big like this, so without further ado, I'll get into giving you the premise of what I'm going to be doing in videos. So, well, I pretty much have, haven't I? I'm going to be giving you the perspective of games from my point of view. Maybe you might share it, and in the end, hopefully, we can come down to having some games that have been overshadowed by the community because they're not the pinnacle of showing who is the very best in the world, and instead of just fun games to play and mess around on, something you can sit down for like an hour a day and still have your fun without feeling like you got to put in lots of money or lots of effort or lots of time. So yeah, without delaying too much longer, I guess we should get into it. And for this video in particular, we are going to be talking about the game Outriders. Outriders was developed by Square Enix. It's available on Xbox Game Pass, which, as you will soon find out, a lot of my gaming will be coming from the Xbox. But now I will be looking into upgrading and expanding out to other consoles later. But at the time being, it will mostly be Xbox based. So if you can keep your suggestions, if you have any to that, that would be much appreciated. But now, getting into the actual video itself, when Outriders first came out in demo, I gave it a shot. I had some fun. All my mates pulled me back into Apex, and I stopped playing it. So I never thought of it again. After everything going on in Apex and me just not having the time to keep my skills up anymore, I started playing games like Warframe and other things and decided to have a look on the Game Pass and download a few games. And Outriders is the one that stood out. I have started streaming it every single Monday. You can catch me streaming Outriders if you're interested and want to come see what the gameplay is like. But if you're just here for the basic review, I think a good place to start is the gameplay itself. It's a third-person shooter with a very heavy looter-shooter ability-based feel. So you will get the choice between 4 different subclasses, each with a different set of abilities once you get to a certain point of the game. From there, each subclass has, I think it's 8 to 10 abilities, which you can pick 3 of to manage, and then a incredibly diverse skill tree, which I found very, at first, intimidating, but once you have a read through, you start to realize it's a very easy skill system to use, and it is very beneficial. That being said, within these diverse skill trees, I feel you could probably get away with getting a few more level ups and a few more points, because without having that access to a few extra points here and there, we're going to end up losing our build diversity. So I think you get something like 25 points across your tree. I'll put a picture of the skill tree up here for you so you can see what I'm talking about. So you get 25 points, enough to fill out maybe one full path, one straight line through. Whereas other games implement these very diverse skill trees, such as Borderlands being a prime example, where you are usually able to level up 1 to 1.5. That being said, it is still a very good take on the system, and one that I have enjoyed playing with over the last few weeks. Next, we have the weapon system. So, as with a lot of these looter shooter style games, there is a very large weapon system that allows for a lot of different weapon variants to drop within within the game itself. So, as with most of these games, you got your basic weapon classes. So you got your assault rifles, snipers, shotties, SMGs, and you also get sidearms. So you get a pistol or a revolver as a sidearm, and you can equip 2 from any other category. Now, of course, the more powerful you get, the stronger you get. But instead of using a take like, for example, the Borderlands games, where we get our weapons parts, which show us what the game is, what the all contribute to the weapons overall stats. Instead, we get a system where there is a base model of the guns, where guns themselves have their roles, their stats, and the damage they are able to do. Now, depending on the rarity of the gun or the armor you are getting, you can get up to 3 extra mods roll with them, and these can be things from adding extra damage types to your guns for the cooldown, or chaining enemies' kills together, or even buffing some of the abilities that you've chosen to use along your build. In the end, this creates a very fun and unique game style between using your weapons and the abilities that in the end becomes very easy to use and fun. At the same time, there are a few cons that I found while playing the game, but not too many. So these are basic things like, in our current age, I feel weird about games that don't have a jump mechanic. I mean, I know not every game needs to jump, but in almost every game I want to jump, and I'm always going to hit that jump button and expect something to happen. That being said, it was replaced with a very good dodge mechanic, so we take what we can get, right, guys? The other thing is, well, it's just a little nitpick, but in the game it only has 4 classes. The storylines are very direct, and after a while it does feel a little repetitive, where the loot you're getting is different, but the missions are the same, and it just feels like it needs something, maybe a new DLC or something along those lines, where they're going to hopefully add new character classes or new weapons, new missions, maybe even something more that we can do together. At the end of the day, it's a very enjoyable multiplayer game to jump on with a couple mates and just kill a bunch of enemies and have some fun and talk some shit. I mean, it's one of the things I love about gaming is when you and your friends can just jump in, play some games, have some fun, and not really worry about who's the best, but more so about just having fun and completing an objective together. At the end of the day, that is why I feel the best rating I can give this game is a 7 out of 5, where it's something that I feel myself constantly wanting to play. Like, I can want to play it at least once a week, and I enjoy the time that I'm actually playing the game. But due to the lacking of content, it's something that I only really play once a week, and I enjoy playing once a week. Maybe twice if I'm in a repetitive mood, which I can be and want to do the grind. So, if you're just looking for a game or something to mess around on here and there, I'll definitely consider giving Outriders a shot. It may not be everyone's cup of tea, but at the end of the day, it has been a very enjoyable game, and I could see if they put a bit more effort into it. Being Square Enix, I don't put it past them. They may have a lot of big titles, but I've never been really disappointed with the way they treat their games. They're not been ones too much to know for DLC, to my knowledge, but at least they'd get good core games. At the end of the day, you'll at least get a week or two of enjoyment before you end, and it's a game that's free on the Game Pass for those on Xbox, if you have one. I don't see the downside to giving it a shot. Anyway, thanks to those who listened. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe. All those fun things. I don't even think I have subscriptions set up, but we can go. I also have a TikTok and Twitch that you can follow if you want to get more of my content, and I hope to be seeing a lot more of all of yous, and hope to hear some what yous want to see next, whether yous want me to go into some more build details, I can start doing build details, or if you want to see my thoughts on some other games, let me know. Don't forget to leave your opinions in the comments, and let me know what you want to hear about next. Give us a game, or if you want more Outriders content, let me know. Thanks for watching, and enjoy the rest of your day.